Tom Darling, the campaign manager for the Renters Reform Coalition, is here. Thank you for being with us. I mean, this feels like the definition of being kicked into the long grass.
Yes, I mean, renters have been treated incredibly badly by this government. We have some polling out today which shows the Conservative vote amongst renters, 1 in 4 of whom voted Conservative. 1 in 4 Conservative voters in 2019 were private renters in free fall, and it's no wonder because they've been treated so badly. We were first promised reform of the private rented sector and an end to no-fault evictions in 2019. By Theresa May's government. 4 years into this Parliament, we had nothing. We finally got a bill in May. 5-month gap between second reading and first reading because we're hearing about a rebellion brewing on the pro-landlord Tory backbenchers. And then today there's a leak where Michael Gove has written to Tory backbenchers saying that the ban will not be implemented until the court system is reformed.
I mean, I guess a lot of Conservative MPs are quite unhappy with the idea. What they would say is, look, it's already really difficult for people to get rid of tenants if they do want to. So this is just making that problem worse.
Boy, it's not difficult because they can issue them with something called a Section 21 notice, where they can kick their tenant out without giving them a reason. And as a tenant, that hangs over you when you're in a property. You have no security because you've got this kind of sword of Damocles hanging over your head the whole time. And it means you can't put roots down. And you also hear I hear many stories at the Renters Reform Coalition of people who have been subject to revenge evictions where they've asked for repairs and their landlord issues them with a notice.
Can you give us a bit of a sense, and our viewers a bit of a sense about what life is like for people renting? Because I'm always completely astonished by the cost of renting, particularly, of course, you know, around London, but in lots of places around the countries as well. Like, what's the kind of reality for people?
Sure. Well, I mean, I can speak from my own experience. I'm 27 years old. I've been in 7 properties in the last 7 years and sort of struggled to, as I say, put down roots in a community. But I think the thing that's most shocking about my case is that mine really isn't that bad at all. And I would say, actually, it's probably one of the better experices among myself.
And you've had 7 different properties because what? Because rents keep changing, because people...
Evictions.
Yeah,
basically. The landlords want to sell or some Section 21, you're not given a reason. So I think, and I should stress, I'm very lucky as well. There are many renters, and it is those renters who will be the worst impacted, who get a Section 21 notice and have 2 months to find a new place, or they'll be out in the cold. And it's no wonder that 100,000 people have been put at risk of homelessness since this promise was first made. As a result of a Section 21 notice. And the fact that the government are now saying their own position is that we can't introduce this ban because the justice system is so broken. You've had 4 years since the election. You've been in power. You oversee the justice system. What have you been doing? That's their own position. That's their stated position. I think the real reason we saw that today was to quell the rebellion. There's been talks of this rebellion brewing. They don't want to go back on the promise just before an election because it's really unpopular. So they are trying to get this bill through, or at least make it seem like they're trying to pass this bill ahead of the election.
OK, so do you think it's going to impact on young people voting for the Conservatives?
Well, I mean, if they could at least show something, for young people and renters that they're trying to deliver for them. But as a rental campaigner, we know not to hold our breaths.
OK, thank you very much indeed. Great to have you on the programme. Tom Darling there. Well,